Hunter Expressway links Newcastle to the New England Highway west of Branxton. It's a $1.7 billion joint Australian and state government initiative that will improve travel times between Newcastle and the northwest regions of New South Wales. The Hunter Expressway begins near Cameron Park at the end of Newcastle Link Road. It crosses the F3 freeway as part of a 3-level interchange, one of only several in the state. The 3-level Newcastle Interchange includes the F3 freeway at the lowest level, running north-south. The bridges connecting the Newcastle Link Road to the new Hunter Expressway, off-ramps from the F3 freeway to the Hunter Expressway and to the Newcastle Link Road. From the Link Road there is the existing southbound on-ramp to the F3 and the ramp for traffic going northwards towards Maitland on the F3. And there is a new high bridge ramp over the top known as the Hunter Expressway to Sydney ramp. After leaving the Newcastle Interchange, the expressway crosses over Midmai Creek and climbs into the higher areas of the Sugarloaf Range. It passes under Seahampton Road, which provides a local connection between George Booth Drive and Stockrington. The expressway crosses steep gullies and creeks on the 3 high-balanced cantilever bridges, totalling about 800 metres in length. These bridges are up to 42 metres in height. The most western of the bridges crosses over Blue Gum Creek. The Hunter Expressway then ascends through a high ridgeline in the Sugarloaf Range. The ridge crossing required a major cutting up to 35 metres deep, known as Skyline Cut. This is the largest cutting on the Hunter Expressway and involved blasting of hard rock sandstone. From this high point, the expressway descends gradually, following Surveyors Creek from its headwaters in the Sugarloaf Range to open grazing land in the Buchanan area. Rest areas that provide parking for both light and heavy vehicles will be built on both sides of the expressway. Toilet facilities, picnic tables, lighting and landscaping will be provided in the rest areas. The rest areas will be located about 7 kilometres west of the F3 freeway. The rest areas will include information panels about Aboriginal cultural heritage in this area. The Buchanan Interchange is located about 10 kilometres northwest of the Newcastle Interchange. This interchange, which provides direct access to John Renshaw Drive, Buchanan Road and George Booth Drive, is a full interchange providing on and off ramps to the expressway in both directions. The Buchanan Interchange will be the major access point for heavy vehicles travelling to and from the Port of Newcastle. As part of the project, Buchanan Road has been realigned to pass under the expressway. It will join a roundabout at the intersection of John Renshaw Drive and George Booth Drive. On leaving the Buchanan Interchange, the expressway crosses the Buchanan floodplain, over Surveyors Creek and Wallace Creek. The distance between the Buchanan Interchange and the interchange at Kurri is about 4 kilometres. Traffic on the expressway will pass under a new bridge at Avery's Lane. West of Avery's Lane, the expressway moves into the existing high-voltage electricity corridor. Sharing this corridor reduced the amount of clearing required for the expressway. The high-voltage electricity poles were moved as a part of the project. The native vegetation in this area is highly significant and predominantly consists of an endangered ecological community known as Kurri Sand Swamp Woodland. The expressway has been designed and built to minimise the clearing of native vegetation in this area. Kurri Interchange is located at the 14-kilometre mark of the project. The interchange provides direct connection between Kurri and Head-and-Greeter over the Hunter Expressway. The Kurri Interchange is a full interchange providing on and off ramps to the expressway in both directions. In this area, noise walls will be built on both sides of the expressway to minimise noise impacts on the residential areas of Stanford Merthyr and Kurri, and also on the TAFE campus. After leaving the Kurri Interchange, the expressway skirts around the TAFE, passing under a section of McLeod Road that has been realigned. As motorists travel west, they approach the South Maitland Railway Bridge. As part of the project, about 1 kilometre of railway track was realigned and a new rail bridge was built over the expressway. West of the South Maitland Railway Bridge is Swamp Creek. As the expressway continues west, it passes under Hart Road at Loxford. A half interchange will be built at this location with east-facing ramps. Vehicles travelling west along the Expressway will be able to exit to access Hart Road. Vehicles on Hart Road will be able to gain access to the Expressway to travel towards Newcastle. About a kilometre west of the Loxford Interchange, the Expressway shares the high voltage power easement for the next 4 kilometres. Sharing the easement minimised clearing of sensitive native vegetation for construction of the project. Just after the halfway point of the project, the Expressway passes under a new overbridge on Old Maitland Road at Sawyers Gully. West of Old Maitland Road, the Expressway crosses rural land in the Kinbar Bishops Bridge area and skirts to the north around Allandale Quarry to a half interchange at Lovedale Road at the 27.5 kilometre mark. This is known as the Allandale Interchange and will provide east-facing ramps to provide access to the Vineyard District and tourist and residential rural properties in the area. Lovedale Road crosses over the Expressway on a new overbridge. Proceeding west from Allandale Interchange, the Expressway skirts to the northeast of Mount Mollymorgan on its way west. The Hunter Expressway intersects with a number of local roads along the route of the project. Most of these local roads will have bridges built over the Expressway to maintain the connection for local traffic. Camp Road is one of the exceptions and is an underpass of the Expressway. Camp Road is quite low in this location. It will be realigned and the Expressway will cross over Camp Road. The Expressway is located to the south of the township of Greta and crosses under Tuckers Lane. Noise walls will be built on both sides of Tuckers Lane on the northern side of the Expressway to minimise noise impacts on Greta. There are shallow mine workings on the western side of Tuckers Lane and the project team will stabilise these mine workings as part of the project. The Expressway is to the south of the main Northern Railway as it heads towards Branxton. The Branxton Interchange is a full interchange that will provide access to the Expressway in both directions. Motorists will be able to join the Hunter Expressway from 2 new access roads. One access road is linked to Wine Country Drive and Bridge Street by a new roundabout on Wine Country Drive. The other new linking road joins the New England Highway between Branxton and Greta. The Branxton Interchange will provide access to the existing main road network for vehicles travelling towards Rothbury, Pacolban and Cessnock. Traffic entering or leaving Branxton will have access to or from the Hunter Expressway via Bridge Street and Wine Country Drive. A new road will link the Branxton Interchange to the New England Highway between Branxton and Greta. This new intersection will result in a change for motorists travelling between Branxton and Greta. Vehicles travelling from the Branxton Interchange towards Greta and Maitland will use the link road to join the New England Highway. Vehicles travelling eastbound from Branxton towards Greta will travel on a through lane on the New England Highway. There will be a left-turn lane for motorists continuing to Greta. Westbound vehicles travelling from Greta to Branxton will turn right at the intersection to continue their journey. Vehicles travelling from Greta to the Branxton Interchange will use a slip lane off the New England Highway. A give-way sign will control vehicles turning right from the New England Highway travelling to the Branxton Interchange. Vehicles travelling from the Branxton Interchange to Branxton will access the New England Highway via a slip lane at this intersection. Traffic volumes here will reduce significantly from the current levels of 18,000 vehicles per day to about 6,000 vehicles when the Expressway opens. The Hunter Expressway will remove the need for traffic to travel through the town centre of Branxton, which will improve the amenity of the town. Noise walls will also be built at various locations between the Branxton Interchange and the New England Highway to minimise noise impacts on the Branxton residential area. Proceeding west, the Expressway crosses over the main Northern Railway west of the Branxton railway station. Heavy vehicle rest areas will be built on both carriageways west of the township of Branxton, between the main Northern Railway and the New England Highway. Vehicles travelling from Singleton towards Newcastle will be able to exit the Expressway near the rest areas to access the township of Branxton. A new service road will be built that links Standen Drive to Branxton Town Centre. This will allow residents to travel between Standen Drive and Branxton without using the Hunter Expressway. The project also includes U-turn bays at the intersection of the New England Highway and Standen Drive to improve the safety of the right turn from Standen Drive for motorists travelling towards Singleton. The Hunter Expressway extends the dual carriageway section of the New England Highway west of Branxton. Motorists travelling west on the expressway will join seamlessly to the existing New England Highway and continue driving west. The Hunter Expressway is scheduled to open to traffic at the end of 2013, weather permitting. The entire 40-kilometre project will be opened at the same time to maximise the traffic benefits for motorists.